Hi, my name is Hans Verolm. I'm a strategic advisor to the National Wildlife Federation, and we are here in Cancun, Mexico for the United Nations climate talks. The National Wildlife Federation is really trying its best to make sure that governments reach agreement on a new global climate deal that has ambition. So not the kind of agreement that they reached last year in Copenhagen, where everybody said they would do a little bit, but maybe not. And there was going to be money, but maybe not. So this time we're trying again. We're trying to find a legally binding agreement. So a contract, so to speak, where governments sign on the dotted line and do their fair share. Now, what does that mean, practically speaking? Well, for example, on the forest issue. There's many forests around the world that need protecting. And many governments are actually quite willing to do so. But exactly how to do that and how to collaborate and how to finance it, that is what is at stake in these talks. On the issue of what we call mitigation, which is emissions reductions, real emissions reductions, that's really where the problems lie. Many governments talk about stopping climate change, but very few are actually willing to put their money on the line to do so. And what's really interesting is that the jobs that creates all around the world are a positive incentive. What we are seeing though is that the industry is telling governments that they cannot do it, that it's too difficult and that it's going to cost jobs. Well, countries are here to prove that it can be done differently. For example, South Korea has invested billions of dollars in green growth. China is investing in efficiency standards for cars and electricity. And these are some of the examples that we're trying to pull together into a global agreement where everybody does their fair share.
Hans, what's the best we can expect from these negotiations?
Well, I think these negotiations are sort of a bit of a middle stage in a longer process. You know, after Copenhagen, many people said, oh, this international process is dead. Well, it clearly isn't dead. It's just that we had to sort of temper our expectations a little bit and look at some of the detail that we couldn't deal with in Copenhagen. So what you'll get out of Cancun is an agreement on some of the stuff, for example on forests and on transparency, and some of the really complex issues as to how we are all legally bound will probably be dealt with next year.
One last question. It's been said that what we have here, or what we might have, are the building blocks being put in place for a broader agreement. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think that is definitely possible. You know, negotiations sometimes have this dynamic of nothing is agreed until everything is agreed. And we have said to governments now several times, you should agree as much as you can, as early as you can, so that we can actually start protecting the planet.
Thank you, Hans. We'll probably have another update from you later in the week.
Thank you.